oh, the Weaver's had a bad lane. He's now farming with like a Midas for 20 minutes and literally not taking part. You know, we don't want that to happen, really. It would be
Yeah, we
nice
had a
for
couple
him
of games of it, didn't we?
Yeah. So I want him to have a good lane. And then I'm just thinking, okay, how can Doom deal with that? Because something I've seen some Doom pro players do is they go Scorched Earth level 1, and then they just stand in the wave and kind of push it out really hard, and then they either just push it into the tower, and then, you know, the wave then obviously swings back towards their tower as a result, or they push into tower level 1, and then they go cut the wave.
Yeah, definitely options for him. Looks like they've got a little issue they've got to reconnect to the game and sort out. As Ivy have all 5-man smoked, getting ready to get out onto the map here for Game 3. As we are, of course, down in the lower bracket for the Western Europe TI-11 Regional Qualifiers. And the winner of this, moving on to lower bracket round 2. Not sure who they're going to be facing up against next, but our next series gonna tell the full story on that. Enigma Galaxy against Brame. Then we've got Into the Breach against Water and Enjoyers, Alliance against Team Bald Reborn as those lower bracket matches. And later on in the week, we've got Liquid, Secret Entity, and Goon Squad all in the upper bracket waiting for us. Things are getting a little bit spicy here in Western Europe. You know, we've gone from a 4-team race to potentially a 5-team one. A lot of bated breath for that Enigma Galaxy squad down in the lower bracket though later on today.
The Goon Squad was so impressive. I loved watching them play. I really, really want to watch more Goon Squad games. They were great. It was so awesome. Being able to come back the way they did in like Game 3 was insane.
Yeah, some really sick execution. Like the Game 1 draft was an all-team fight all the way. But back into this. We have resumed Game 3 underway between Ivy and DGG. It looks like Ivy are the ones to get some very early vision down in spots which are unlikely to be dewarded. DGG, no observables placed at all, just holding their triangle, waiting to see who comes. Nobody's showing themselves though. No, a late smoke. Oh, heading into mid.
Level 1 is not that good, but maybe they can get a kill anyway?
Maybe. And smoke's going to break on the Marcy. MNT sees the Weaver, and that's not the hero they want to go on. So it looks like there's smoke just to try and reposition themselves, get loading up to that top bounty rune, get 3 bounties for themselves.
We take those. Feels good to be a DGG fan.
Smoke paid for itself.
Yeah.
And Pleb got a good amount of damage onto Cube, down to half health already. Starting that regen battle early on in that top lane.
The biggest thing about these runes is just how quickly it helps the mid get to the bottle. And you look at MTD as well. He didn't start with as many items. Playing into back, Quap has to go stick. So her ball is quite delayed, and MTD's going to get his pretty soon. And he's already got 5 stacks on her.
Yeah. Gonna try and drag that wave around. Yeah. Get away from the bat sticky. I mean, that top lane is going to be pretty spooky for Ivy early days here. Omni with the hammer, Pleb with the ranged axes, and Troll just being that ranged hero. This allows him to secure last hits and get a lot of chip damage in onto people. Well, down at bottom, MNT dragging the wave. But it gets contested by the Weaver and the DP, as it looks like both Doom and the Marcy very scared of facing up against them. They're not going into the wave itself. They're trying to poke and prod.
They bought items to trade, they bought stats and stuff, but I mean, it'll let them be around here now. But yeah, we'll probably see a lot more wave manipulation. This is not a lane where you want to really be just standing up to them and testing them.
Especially with the DP just continually right-clicking you.
Yeah, it feels terrible.
Stuff.
He started with a wand, too.
Yeah, sure did. Big tanky on that DP, just going 1v2, winning the fight. Forcing maybe next time back, and there's no salve there for her. Tries to rebound back in, and they do have that Scorched Earth from the Doom. Just a little bit of back and forth. But I want to look into the mid lane quickly, because Queen of Pain is slaughtering Batrider.
Yes, that is so many CS. Oh my god. Yeah, he was just
14.
like focusing on getting loads of sticky. I mean, the stickies are still going to be threatening with getting the levels. Like right now it's level 2, which is going to kind of push the Queen of Pain a little bit off the wave.
Mm.
But yeah, God, the CSing is much easier for Queen of Pain. There's a reason that people really value this matchup.
Max gets his stick off. It looked like Troll was going to be able to finish him, but now Pleb, the one with no regen and relying on that Omni Knight to heal.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like against Queen of Pain, we've seen Bat Riders go for Flame Break level 3. You know, like a 2-1-0 build.
Yeah.
Because you very rarely get Firefly on the Queen of Pain, whereas Flame Break gives you that bit of chip damage with you know, he had 5 sticky napalm stacks on him. So what's the reason here? Do you think MTD's gone for Firefly instead?
Maybe he was hoping that Queen wouldn't have skilled
Blink.
Blink. I don't know. Because you can, because at level 4 this skill build makes sense because the idea is you napalm, then you flame break them back, or you start to go on them with the firefly, then they blink away, then you napalm them back. Sorry, not napalm, flame break them back, and then you can run them down and kill them.
Yeah.
But Queen of Pain's doing such a nice job in the lane, just in general, keeping her space, not letting the stacks get too high.
I mean, a dominating performance from Mobek.
Yeah.
Halfway through level 4. And Weaver's having a pretty good time down bottom as well. 22 and 9 on low skill. Yeah. Doom at 10 CS. He's picked up a little mana burn creep. Level 1 Devour, 2 in the Scorched Earth. Marcy struggling to find a place in this game though. Going to get chased down by the Weaver and the DP, but we'll have the rebound back to tower. Trouble being, this is now a long walk back to base and then a TP return to lane. So you've left your Doom completely alone.
Maybe MTD could square up on mid and lose some health or whatever, and you get a ball refill from Marcy. You don't need to. There are war runes, and you don't really need to risk your life for no reason. You might just go right back bot.
I just like the difficulty of going back bot is both of these Radiant heroes have full sticks. So even if you come back here full HP, you trade a bit. Now, if you just pop them, they're in fighting shape again. That's 5 DP, such a nuisance. Okay, go on, Marcy, give her the punches, dispose back, and then what? 8 stick charges and back to full HP, basically.
Hey, as long as this DP is hitting Marcy and not Doom, it's a good time, because otherwise this happens.
Yeah. Only the one in trouble.
I think Marcy should have started with boots. You calling that was pretty big shout. This lane seems so sad. When you're playing a lane dominator, bully, support, like a Marcy, when you're not able to walk up and trade, it feels terrible.
Oh, Courier just walks over the top of the Doom there and dies. Curious one. And it's also double range against double melee. That's the struggle in its own right.
Yeah. It's a really big CS deficit on all lanes, it feels like. Everyone's kind of winning hard in one direction.
Yeah, like Troll. Doing very well in that top lane. Like, at least the Primal Beast is getting more than the Doom is. It feels like two very solid lane victories from Ivy in these first 6 minutes. And then it's going to come down to this Queen of Pain offering so much magic and pure damage. If she rotates into one of these lanes, especially top, she can completely upset the balance there and potentially look at a 3-lane victory from Ivy in this lane stage. We do have a rotation from Cube. Now, we're definitely looking towards these runes for the Bat Rider. If you're able to shut him down and guard the active runes, it really makes his life difficult. But the first blood actually comes on the DP, picked up by the Doom.
I don't think any of us expected this. I was watching the runes.
Yeah, same. I mean, now I'm watching top lane because we do have the rotation in. Queen of Pain hasting up towards top, finding the takedown on Pleb, and Lodine stranded here in the trees. 2 kills there for Ivy.
What a call from Gary! He's so good! Whoa! The balance is upset!
But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if anyone caught that bottom lane death of the DP.
Nope, wasn't looking. I saw his corpse on the floor after the sound happened. I'm assuming they just committed on, like, he moved a little bit out of position, Marcy got the rebound, throw back, you just click him down. Like, Onmi has 3 points in Scorched Earth. I know he only did, but he had 2 when that kill happened.
We're going the Weaver now.
Oh boy.
We'll dispose across. Swarm is on them. Onmi doesn't want to stick around and continue fighting. Very irritating lane to play into, and all your raindrops are being popped by this position 5 DP.
Does not feel good to have to buy so many small items when you lane like this. Also, Max is just getting chased down. Wind Ranger, anytime Wind Ranger leaves, they can just run at him.
They're going to go for a turn, though, because Queen of Pain's arrived again. Level 4 Troll gets off his whirling axes. 4 seconds for Blink on Qualpa. Now MTD, he's in here with the potential to lasso, but the Shackle Shot going to hold him in place, and Max gets a bit of room to get into the trees, but still dies. Whoa, Queen of Pain blinking aggressively forward into the lasso of the Batrider, giving a double kill to MTD. Lane recovered. Balance upset again, but the other way.
I'm sorry, I should have predicted that. I didn't live up to your glory.
But yeah, I'd predict the Queen of Pain blinking into the middle of 3 heroes. That's
Yes, I should have known.
Ballsy.
It's my job as an analyst to know that that would happen. That is not good. I think maybe he overestimated how much mana MTD had, because he had kind of all of the chance after TPing in to use a Flame Break into a lasso, and maybe he thought, okay, he's not doing that, he must be out of mana, I'm just gonna go for it. You know, this troll kill's more important maybe than my life. But unfortunately does not get it, doesn't have the damage for it. Overestimates himself. What can you do? And he'll just go right back to the mid farm. Good for MTD's game though. Since he did have such a rough start to his lane, him getting these boosts of travel now is also going to make him more of a threat on all the side lanes. I don't think he'll be able to kill the Weaver at least, but definitely top becomes harder. And Ivy are going to need to bring a lot of heroes to take this tower if they want to.
And it slows the game down as well. You know, looking at this DP, Primal Beast, Queen of Pain, they've been the ones moving out on the map and trying to stamp their place in these lanes. If they're able to combat that and break the rhythm a little bit and give space for Ownme here to get into his Hand of Midas, because a bit of room for the Doom as he does chuck the ulti onto the Weaver, but he preemptively got the Shukuchi off.
You thought you had me, didn't you?
Good voice line. Well, they're going to go back in onto Ownme, it looks like. Queen of Pain wants to blink forward, keep that aggression going. Sonic Wave to make damn sure he's dead. This is the signal now for top lane for a play to be made by MTD. Trying to get in on top of Max. Doesn't have the onslaught here on the Primal Beast, so no real disengage available. Lasso ready in a second, and that's what that Flame Break opens up for MTD, just to grab and drag the Primal Beast back.
Nice trade offlaner for offlaner. And I think you're pretty happy. You're getting kill farm on your bat. Your troll is in the jungle hitting creeps. Everyone seems to be getting a bit of XP.
Yeah, we've had a fair number of troll games where he's given us a bit of room. 15, 20 minutes in, comes out with Battle Fury BKB and says, right, I'm ready to go. What have you got to stop me? And with an Omni Knight behind him, it feels like Troll's going to be I like the phrase you'd like to use, the big bad. He is the big bad evil guy in this game.
Yeah. It's also just so nice when your offlaner is like a Doom and he's had a rough lane. Like, this recovery comes quite easily with the Devour. They are looking for a fight top though.
Yeah, Pleb, smoke breaks. Do we have onslaught yet? We don't. So no disengage for Max. Gets tossed back. Flame Break is there as well. And very quickly get rid of the Primal Beast out of this top lane. Fly over the top and burn him down. And this is what we've been looking for from DGG. Action, getting involved. Really getting stuck into these rotations. Batrider, of course, enabling all of that.
He's been really active. His game was completely recovered. That one slip up by Mobe top pretty much just gave him back his game, and he's stayed at the top of the net worth since. Right now, he's just going to keep playing like this, keep kind of going between lanes. They're going to have to defend this mid tower where they can. I think Ownme is maybe feeling a little bit sad with... I mean, he maxed the Scorch Earth to try and pressure the lane. Like, he really wanted to have lane presence, and that's why he did that. But it limits your catch-up potential just because the Devour is like lower cooldown. Sorry, not lower cooldown. Lower level. You're not getting as much bonus gold. Now he has his Midas. Now he's going to start to level up the Devour and go for that max and start his comeback proper. But the rest of his team are doing a good job of like holding the map in the game.
Yeah, they're just lassoing this DP top. Position 5 gets the EXO out. Bit of heal there coming in from the wand, and the raindrop saving her for a little while. But Queen of Pain has to blink away. Now Max is stuck in the middle of 4 DGG heroes. And Ivy, it starts to feel like they're desperate. Are they on a timer here against this troll and the Doom? You're talking about the scaling and the catch-up. Do Ivy desperately need these tier 1s to fall?
I don't know. don't think they should feel desperate. I think they have I think they have things open to them. I mean, you just need to kind of balance what you're getting and how hard you're committing. So going top is a perfectly valid play. You want this top tower, you want to pressure it, but you have to understand that Bat is very happy to oblige your fights. He's TPing in constantly. You cannot be diving under the tower without good vision. You have to respect the fact that they have, really good return. And what do you need to be like? You need to be having a hero mid while you do this. So we saw Weaver hitting that tower. That's good. They just need to not feed top so that when DGG respond and go top at the same time, you're not losing heroes and you're pressuring mid. And that way you're kind of winning this trade where you're dragging heroes top and getting something good from it.
Yeah, good response by DGG, just keeping this troll farming as well.
Yeah. Just gotta balance nicely and keep it clean. Like Max needs to not be onslaughting into the back of the tower and dying as well. Just get the kills that you can. If you need to smoke to get a pick off, do what going mid right now. This is a really nice play.
It's a big timing with their Wind Ranger. You can see Cube, he's going for the Maelstrom. He wants to scale into a hard-hitting core hero, and they will get the Pulverize on the bat. Sonic Wave will push maybe next time back as well. A big streak to take, and a Shackle Shot latching onto the two of them allows Ivy to play aggressively behind this tier 1 tower. They won't find any additional kills, but they get the objective that they wanted. As Cube with the Javelin just coming in, making sure that everything lines up perfectly for them.
Move like that is perfect. They kind of realize that they're ramming their heads into top and they gotta stop. And they'll just swing to mid instead. A smoke like that, they could have done this earlier. I mean, maybe it's a little bit harder because Bat was not showing on mid for quite some time. But still, he shows now, they understand. Everyone's been using their TPs, or they, supports are playing behind the carry top. Just they had an opening, they took it, they got it, and I like that. The Weaver is going for his Maelstrom, which I like as well. He had the option to just rush a Lincoln Sphere into these heroes, but he wants a Maelstrom instead. I think maybe it's just more damage, maybe lets him just farm a little bit more easier. He's gonna be maybe playing more conservatively as a result, like playing more for the jungle than the side lanes, or maybe he'll be bold anyway. Maybe he'll just get involved in his team's team fights with this Maelstrom, and it really depends on how good he feels and if they feel like they can get him involved. Otherwise, yeah, he might just farm with this Maelstrom up till Lincoln Sphere. All right.
Definitely gives him the options though, right?
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Let him farm if he wants to farm. Let him fight if he wants to fight.
Something I feel is good with this Maelstrom though, Gary, is the DP on your team and the bugs. It means you can do Roshan very, very easily. And maybe going something like a Maelstrom just means that, yeah, you can go into this Rosh pit, get the Aegis, and then you don't care about the Doom anymore, right? If you're a Weaver with a Maelstrom, you're doing loads of damage, you have an Aegis, you don't care about getting doomed, and now you can fight. Now you are doing damage, you're able to take part, and maybe Ivy can use that to kind of springboard themselves into getting more objectives and map control.
Yeah, because that's something they've struggled with so far, is keeping tabs on this troll. Well, he died once in lane, but since then he's been farming up a storm. 6,300 net worth. 100 gold away from Battle Fury now as well. And that's when this troll for Pleb is really going to start to build up his net worth. Get into that BKB. Wow. Become a force. Cube, he's looking for him. He's scouting into that top jungle. Where's the troll? Can't find him anywhere. And it feels like DGG don't have the same options that Ivy have had in terms of taking objectives. Not the best tower pushers until they are ready around that kind of 20-minute timing when the troll wants to come out of the jungle. And they're going to try and mass their forces down bottom. 2 heroes already down there. They're pinging the tier 1. It takes numbers, though. This is going to relinquish a lot of control. Allows for Ivy to take top tier 1 with the DPXO. Yeah. And if they all show down bottom, it's complete map space top for Ivy to get in there.
Yeah, I don't think they can rush now though, just having used that EXO, the time it would take to get into the pit, the EXO would basically be over. So I think looking forward into the future, 130 seconds from now, maybe they want to try and rush with it. Until then, yeah, they should just get some ward, map coverage down on this top side, and kind of just play there and keep this side of the map. They want Roche to be in their hands. They do not want to give DGG free space. You want to kind of poke at this top tier 2. You maybe want to force someone to have to be there and defend it. Then maybe you can look for a dive. Maybe you look for a poke to force TPs. And when everyone TPs top, suddenly you have the option to maybe smoke to the triangle and look for the carry there. You have, just you could take a fight from their high ground jungle. Maybe something really good for you there. It's kind of just like you want to be in the control. You want to tug DGG around.
Oh, Max. Is this an overstep?
Nah, he's good. Don't worry about it.
He's fine.
He's fine.
Okay, I'll just say 3 dire heroes are waiting up that staircase for him.
Yeah. I talked about all that stuff that Ivy can do, but at the same time, DGG can kind of do the same thing on bot. It's just hard for them
away
to push
from
down.
Roche.
Yeah.
Oh, Pleb. Feeling himself, just sat in that mid lane looking for tier 1 with a catapult wave, and the blink lasso from Bat finds the DP. Primal Beast tries to onslaught in with his trample, but a Doom now landing on the Queen of Pain means they're able just to shred through her. A double kill for Batrider as DGG plant themselves in the mid lane, and it looks like they're gonna simply take down this tower.
Blink reveal. Let's go, dude. A nice move for sure. I think Ivy just weren't expecting that. Defending your mid is definitely not a bad idea, ever. However, they did it sort of the wrong way around. They didn't, or not wrong way around, but it's rough. You don't have vision. You don't see DGG's heroes. You didn't force anyone to go top, so it meant that the full force of DGG was there to fight if necessary. So you don't feel comfortable committing in.
And you still didn't have Primal Beast BKB. That feels like the real key here for Ivy. Max has had a pretty rough time, and he's shared a lot of the gold with Cube to get this Wind Ranger up and running with the Javelin. Looks like shifting now to Blink over the Maelstrom. And yeah, Primal Beast just hasn't had that same amount of impact as the Doom has, the Batrider has. And Queen getting doomed in that fight. Needs the Lincoln Sphere as soon as possible. A top 3 net worth now, all DGG heroes. Because they are a scaling.
I'm watching Lodine try to find the ward. He's put 3 sentries down in his jungle so far and hasn't found. They have 2 wards down in this area. Really
3.
Nice warding. Oh yeah, 3, but 2 for the deeper side. And they haven't found any of them. Very impressive.
Wind Ranger's pinging it, saying, "Hey, look at my ward." They're not finding it.
Yeah, maybe they want to smoke to it. Maybe they're just thinking about it. I mean, they know where all these heroes are right now.
Maybe next time. Standing atop the staircase. Looks like he does. And they're pinging Pleb. They see the troll. Rebound away. Pleb on the run. Oh, the shackle shot. A good attempt from Cube. Not going to latch, though. That would have been a nifty little move if it had landed.
Maybe it would have led to a death blow. We don't know. That would have been a pretty big dive.
Yeah.
If they had gone for it.
Would have been very deep. Yeah, you're
Shot
right.
on the ward again.
Yeah, still under vision. They're all being pinged out. It looks like they've got an idea that there's still vision around here, but Ivy have all set up for the move forward. On to maybe next time. Onslaught in, not going to work out though. The shackle shot latching on to the Doom in the back, and the Pulverize with that Sonic Wave clears through him. DP with the Exo, trying to burst through maybe next time, but they've got that Guardian. Lodine trying to keep them alive, but the magic damage now being burst through. DGG lose 3 heroes, and this could be a quick shift into the Roche pit.
Exo still running, probably not going to be that impactful for the pit, but yeah, you got the damage on Weaver. He's getting involved, just like we thought he might with this Maelstrom rush build. Should pay off for them. They have Swarm in 10 seconds. It is only level 1, so the cooldown is very long. But we see the difference in teams and what they're committing. Yeah, sure, you're bringing your heroes, you're going to get Roche off the back of it. It is very good. However, Troll is farming this whole time. He is not getting involved. And he is at the top of this net worth chart. He is about to hit his BKB. You know, a couple more items. They're probably going to try and play quite passive during this Aegis because they don't want to feed into it. And yeah, it might pay off. We could see 5 minutes from now them smoke up on Aegis expiration and take a really good fight.
Yeah, maybe even before that, right? With the triple BKBs, might feel comfortable fighting straight into it. And, I mean, look at Pleb. Battle Trance gets the roots, nets up the Queen of Pain, and solo kills her. Oh, Pleb, yes.
What a gamer.
Just hides there, waiting for her, sets the trap and springs it.
And look at that lovely ward that they have just down there in that jungle that spotted the Clop and let him make that play.
Maybe next time does die solo to the Weaver top, but I don't think they care too much about that. It's like DGG don't care about them having Aegis, don't care about the Marcy dying, because they're going to have triple BKB very, very shortly. A fresh one on the troll, fresh one on the bat, and Doom is but 100 gold short. We've seen if they can get the jump, their team fight is overwhelming.
They're finishing that Doom BKB. They didn't use the Doom last team fight, so they do have it. I think what you said sounds very good. If they do want to do that earlier smoke, I always praise Spirit up and down whenever I watch them play because they are a team that loves to smoke into Aegises. They are very aware of their own strengths. So if DGG are feeling themselves, they know, yeah, we can do this, then sure, like, why not? They're about to finish the Lincolns on Weaver. That's probably the biggest thing they need to be worried about. If they were to take a fight now without seeing this, they might scout it on this mid-wave, perhaps, but yeah, you don't want to start a fight by dooming a Lincoln. So that's like worst case scenario, especially into an Aegis.
Well, they'll see. Oh, well, there's the lasso. It's delivered right on time.
Yeah.
Lasso pops the Lincolns. At least it wasn't the Doom, but it's still pretty bad. And the quick smoke from Ivy, ready to go back again.
I don't blame him. Weaver actually showed on that mid lane without the Lincolns, so they definitely clicked him and checked and saw he didn't have it.
And the courier swoops in and saves the day.
Yeah.
And backing up the Weaver with this smoke in behind him as well. But DGG all positioning themselves behind that mid-tier 2. Only Doom trying to slip down towards bottom lane, it looks like.
Wow.
Nothing there for Ivy to catch.
Ivy are playing well. They're not forcing it really hard. I love the instant smoke up. It makes a lot of sense just knowing, okay, no lasso, we can definitely fight, but they don't want to dive at tier 2.
And now they've got to catch on the Wind Ranger. No deny. Low skill. Dusted up by maybe next time. Oh, the timing of this.
Oh, lots of time to plan.
Max is close, and he's got his BKB. Low skill does have the Aegis, so with that and time lapse with the Lincolns, plenty of lives to play around with.
Yeah.
And JM did pop his Exo here, silenced up the Bat Rider. See what MTD does, because he does have BKB, but with no lasso, I don't know, does he turn and try and fight into Exorcism?
He might come join his teammates and try and get the Aegis off the Weaver. If they're able to just quickly snipe that, I mean, he has time lapse. I think he's waiting for Shikuchi to be a little bit lower cooldown before he pops it, purges the dust, gets his health back, and then just Shikuchi's away. Yeah, because you don't want to do it when it's like 4 seconds left, because then you just die.
Clicking everyone. Any sentries, any dust, anything? Nope. MTD Bat Rider's going to firefly up to the high ground. Weaver still alive. Low skill, rebounded upon, but there's the time lapse back. Me has another dust, and the Blink Wall Stomp will catch him, but a great onslaught and the trample. They need this Guardian Angel to allow Pleb to turn and fight. Takes down the Primal Beast, claims the Aegis life, and turns quickly on to JM Vicento. But they want the Weaver, that's the target they'll get. Wall Stomp stun, Lincoln's popped, low skill, about to die, and MTD takes him down. Fighting into Aegis with their BKBs, working out wonderfully. As Bat Rider will have a blink away, helped out by the DP with a silence, but a 4th kill here on the cards for DGG. Aiming for the Death Prophet, even in front of this enemy tier 2. With the Spirit Siphon, though, JM actually getting back in towards them, and Bat Rider so close to death. They'll shackle shot up the Omni Knight. He's the sacrifice that they're willing to give in the end, but a resounding victory for DGG again.
This troll is starting to become a big problem. He has a lot of gold. He's about to have an Ags, and that's just going to let him... What does that even let him purge other than the dagger? I mean, they don't really have that many... It can't purge the swarm. It can't purge the silence if you're silenced.
Can you dispel like uproar or something from enemies?
Oh, yeah,
is there anything he wants to dispel
the Wind
from
Ranger.
his opponents? Windrun, yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
There we go. We found it.
We got it. Why buy an MPD when you can just dispel it?
Definitely.
I posed the situation which allowed you to think of the answer.
No, you thought of the question and the answer. I didn't say Wind Ranger.
That's true. You're right.
That's
I did do that, but you were there for me in my darkest time.
Moral support.
I listened to the sound of your voice and came to the conclusion. Thank you, Gary.
I just love saying we, because look, Lacoste is like, what do you mean? I'm the one who said it.
Oh, see, I'm your friend, Gary. That's the difference between me and Lacoste. He makes puns, and I love
You're the friendly one. You're so happy to share the glory, even though it was yours.
For sure. What do you take me for? Some horrible, egocentric Brit?
Ah, yes.
Maybe a little bit.
That's what they're all like.
Yeah. it's looking good. We have had such a good time casting this game. Big old back and forth. I'm getting a little scared. This Troll Warlord going for that blink now as well, just to be able to help deal with all these mobility heroes, the Queen of Pain, the Weaver. If you're able to go on Queen, force her blink, and then just blink after her, that's massive.
Oh, can we get the quad? In we go with the lasso. No Lincolns yet. And Troll with the net will catch out 2 kills here for DGG. And that observable there getting dewarded as well. Oh, this is going to be a move up to that top tier 1. Take control of the enemy triangle. As DGG starting to really emerge 25 minutes in as kind of the victors of this game already.
Yeah, but what can Ivy do? It's definitely hard. I think their draft is a little weaker than the previous 2 games. Even in their losses, it felt like they had a lot of plays to make. In this game, it just felt a little bit rougher. We saw them kind of shoving their heads into objectives, trying to make something happen, and their catch is just a little bit weak. But
yeah, I'm looking at this cube win ranger, and like I don't know, the pick surprised us. The item build he's going for is very greedy.
Very true. Yep.
Is he the one that's going to recover this game for them? Shackle shots and focus fires with MKB procs. Maybe he's the one, the hidden carry. They don't focus him. They focus the Weaver, the Queen of Pain. Suddenly, Cube comes out, gets a couple of kills.
Yeah, it requires a lot of items. I mean, we just went over Pleb getting that Ags, so Wind Ranger's not even going to be able to, dance around him with that win run. It's hard, but they have, like, 2 supports who scale, which is obviously a very nice thing to have when your Wind Ranger's getting an MKB, probably a BKB after that. Your DP is always going to have that Exorcism. He's going for that Lotus Orb, which is just going to help assist the Weaver in able to fight without too much fear. Oh, careful. And there's the dispel.
In goes Pleb. Straight on the Wind Ranger. Cube going to get jumped by the rebound, but quickly blinks away. Barely escaping from it. 30 seconds minimum timer on Roshan. There's still a little bit to wait here for DGG before they can go into the pit. They got some good ward coverage down, though, from top through towards mid lane. Yeah, they want to go deward that high ground obs that they assume that Ivy has over near their own triangle.
Oh, that sentry. So close to spotting it. Now Max is stood on that ward. They're running right towards him. And they're going to be under the vision.
He finds it now.
Nice. Giving your wards to your troll wall. Like, can you do this for me? I'm scared. Alright, they've just committed wards here, so I really hope they keep playing around it. I don't want them to kind of back off and move somewhere else on the map and then just have that get dewarded. Or at the very least, if someone shows on it to deward, I hope they smoke and run towards it instantly to try and punish.
It's nice for them that bot lane's already pushing in just from the creep wave itself.
Yeah.
So Ivy has to come back and maintain that. Was that Observer Ward hidden by all the trees? Near the top rune spot. Radiant Obs Ward is like under 2 dire sentries, but hasn't been... Okay, now... Yeah, maybe next time it's like, dude, there's an Obs here.
Yeah, sometimes, a little good placement. Keeps it hidden.
Did for a little bit. But like Ivy now in wave cutting mode.
Yeah, you're playing towards bot because it's kind of all you really can do. I think when you're in a worse position, you understand the flow of the game. You know they're waiting for Roshan. You know that they've de-warded your wards top, so they're most likely playing there. You're just going to go bot. You're just going to try and get what you can, farm their ancients, push the wave, try and get the tower. Anything you can. If you force some TPs and able to get out, great. Maybe then you can swing to top and take that area for Roche. If not, at least you're getting some form of net worth to try and get your next item to be able to fight. Because yeah, it's a ticking time bomb. Roche will respawn in 1 minute from now. I don't even know if IB want to contest it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they've already used Exo bottom, haven't they?
Yeah.
I get the tier 1. Continuing to push forward to tier 2. But you're all grouped up together here. As the rest of the map spread wide open for DGG. They're cutting wave mid, pushing out top. Troll is so confident he's just blinking past tier 2s, hunting for anyone that's lurking in the shadows. In a few seconds, they'll see that Roshan respawn and they'll be ready for it.
Get the tier 2. Not too useful since you can't take the top outpost since you ain't playing there. I mean, looks like they're going to really try and get these TPs if they can. Just pressure that base slightly. 26 seconds till this Roche. It's getting scary.
And they've already scanned the pit. It turned red, so they may be thinking that Roche is already being taken. doing nothing to respond to it. You're right, they're just getting Blink on this Primal Beast, getting Cube that MKB finished, so that's going to be delivered in the next second or two.
5. Don't give up hope, guys. Get back in there.
Yeah, Pleb. Pleb knows it. He feels it in his bones.
Nice.
And they've got a drag back on JM Vincento down at bottom lane. MTD. He spends the lasso, but doesn't quite finish her off. And now the TP home. Oh, that's close.
Oh.
Dies in fountain, doesn't she? Yeah.
Sad for him. He was so close.
And now the smoke from DGG, they've actually halted their Roche take. They want more kills. They're bloodthirsty. Are they going to see the Queen of Pain? They will. The bash, the stun, and now the Doom. They've got the AoE Doom, so that catches Max as well.
That is so massive. Just playing into a Weaver and a Quap with Lincolns and not having to care about it. And these BKBs even as well, they just can't use them. Ivy really need to mount a formidable high ground defense, I think, if they have any hope of winning this game at this point. They get 2 glyphs, so they have a glyph right now, and then as soon as the tier 3 tower is taken, they'll get another refresh. So maybe there's a way that they can hold their high ground with the use of those, maybe protect their racks. If they can just find a way to kind of poke them down, you have a lot of nukes, I suppose. You got a Crypt Swarm, a Power Shot.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's
scary.
We've seen time and time again, DGG, they like to go late game, and now we're reaching that point. Pleb he's in his stride. This is his natural habitat. 30 plus minutes into the game, holding Aegis, holding high ground, low skill, moving forward with Max, blinking up towards their triangle and finding the Doom. Only gets out his BKB and a War Stomp. They've got that Guardian Angel to keep him healthy, and Pleb turning, trying to fight here. Pops the Rampage, holds the Battle Trance, gets the first hit bash off the ranged hit. Low percentage chance of that. Now the melee bash to pair up with it. Shackle Shot will be there to hold him back though, allowing Max to get a bit of distance, but Troll with a blink closes that quickly. They need another Shackle Shot here. Battle Trance is out from Pleb, chasing forward, gets the axes in, and the Root Bash, he just chain stuns the Wind Ranger down. MNT looking to dive tier 3s. Pleb really feeling himself. They've got the Infernal Blade, the bash, the stuns. He just can't move. The Weaver locked in place. They can't press any buttons when the Pleb Troll is up in your face. They get the dive into tier 3s, kill off the DP. Queen of Pain's dead elsewhere as well. She was fighting in a 1v1 against the Bat Rider. MTD just solo kills her.
Oh no, Ivy. I mean, it just can't go well. I mean, they're trying to disengage, but they don't really have the items for it. Usually your supports are buying 4 staffs and stuff, but no, your Wind Ranger's got an MKB. your DP's got a Glimmer Cape, but it's not helping, especially when everyone's really carrying a lot of dust and detection. This Troll Warlord Ags too, it just lets you dispel the Glimmer Cape. It's not even that useful.
Well, DGG, they got their warm up against Liquid. They were knocked down a couple of notches, but here against Ivy, feels like starting to find their style. One lane of racks down, looking for the second. And it feels like there's only really one more chance here for Ivy to fight back. They've got no buybacks. So it is just going to be this 5v6. The fact that Pleb is holding Aegis still for another 2.5 minutes. Looking for an angle of JM. DP coming in from that northern side. They want to chase. They want to come out of their base and fight, but they just can't have the opportunity. DGG will not hand it to them.
Just plays a ball, I think. You got 2 minutes left on your Aegis. You can just go again. I am struggling to think of how they have to defend their high ground. It's very difficult. It's just you don't have any like displacement tools.
Yeah, and if you get jumped like this, you are just losing a hero straight off the bat. Max gets his BKB out. The Doom, he jumps in the back. The AoE one on the Queen of Pain, and the onslaught across puts Max in even more danger. Onmi's going to hunt them down into tier 4s. Ivy down 2 heroes now. Jay and Vincento caught out inside that Doom. The third one falls. Primal Beast and Weaver, they're being dealt with in the back lines. Hunted and killed. That's GG called, and the road ends here for Ivy as DGG will move on.
Jeez, honestly, I didn't expect this. Ivy looked so dominant in the early game of both games, but coming into this one, it was really well played by DGG. They super impressed me. they kind of just completely flipped their play style. Yeah, like Troll was kind of not getting involved, but I think they did such an amazing job of fighting with the rest of the team. I mean, even like early game, right? You're like, okay, Doom's had a rough time. What are we gonna